actually live. But everything's the same, so it should have connected through my restream. I don't know why I didn't connect.
It didn't. We can do two things. We can it's streaming now. It's saying streaming now. So double check it here.
Okay. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, you should be.
Okay, yeah, it's live now. Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't neither our fault. That was Restream fault because it happened to you and it happened to me. And this was the first time this ever happened. Because usually I just hit the button and we gone. We just go. But so this time it acted a little bit funky. So we'll get back into it like it's new. So we talking about Karl, you know. So and the main reason we talking about Karl is because, you know, Shotty kind of let it be known that the thing that's important to him was the turnovers.
We're not playing this weekend. We're good enough to play this weekend. Unfortunately, starting with me, we didn't play good enough in terms of the ball. You know, -9 in the giveaway takeaway ratio. That's terrible. It's terrible. And so we have to protect the football on offense. We did not do that at a high enough level. And quite frankly, we did not get enough turnovers. Why? Turnovers create momentum. There's game-changing plays. And as we go back through the season and we look at it, those are going to be certain things that we'll identify. And that's the process that's kind of already started.
So when I look at, you know, obviously, when you take a look at these teams and you say, okay, my coach was focused on turnovers, right? So who are your leaders? So your Seahawks is also one of your leaders in terms of your turnovers. And then obviously Karl Scott is one of the main reasons why. So I want you to kind of give your background of what you research, and then I give you my background on what I research, and we go compare notes.
Okay, so I think that I have a whole list of notes, but the first thing that stood out to me, because in my candidates that I'm looking for, I am looking for someone who has championship pedigree. Doesn't mean you have to absolutely have it, but if you do have it, I give that like as an extra plus. And so this guy actually coached and won a natty with Nick Saban as his DB coach in 2020. And what's important to know is he coached and recruited Diggs. So
take it easy on my back. So that's also mean Surtain.
Yep. Exactly. Also Surtain. So this guy coached and developed Diggs is debatable now, but at a point in time, Diggs was, I believe, the best corner in the NFL.
Absolutely.
He was the best corner in the NFL. Tied the record for 12 interceptions in a single season. And so even though we attribute a lot of that development to Al Harris, which rightfully so, because I mean that was his direct DB coach in the NFL, but then you go back and look at who was his DB coach in Bama, and that was Karl Scott.
Yeah.
So Diggs has a history of takeaways, right? Comes from two different pedigrees. Then I found out he was also the DB coach for Zimmer in 2021. And we know Zimmer, what is Zimmer's specialty? Cornerbacks, DBs. So for Zimmer to go ahead and bring him on staff, you know, also shows that this is a guy that specializes in cornerbacks, but also emphasizes getting that ball, because even though our defense was pretty bad last year, y'all, we were top 10 in takeaways, I think. So takeaways has been an emphasis. I'm pretty sure we're, if not top 10, like top 12, top 15, even with us being overall ranked like 30th. And then another thing that stood out to me is that when you always want to look at, when you look at coaches, you want to see, okay, well, are you getting fired as the head coach gets fired, or are you getting carried on to the next staff? One thing that stands out about Karl is he got carried on. He was hired by Pete Carroll for the Seahawks. And then once Mike Macdonald came over from his elite Ravens defense, he decided to keep Karl Scott. And I think that's a big deal because, again, Mike Macdonald had the number one defense. I believe Mike Macdonald's defense had the Triple Crown. So that was a top of the line defense. He could have easily said, no, I already know who my staff is. Get out of here. But he chose to keep Karl Scott, which I think is important because that shows that he didn't feel that Karl Scott was just easily replaceable.
Right.
Like
let me jump in with you real quick because I love that point of your notes. The fact, because the way to me I try to get people to get it, it's like London Wells, right? So whatever happens with the coaching changes, his value is so obvious that usually he's retained even with a brand new coach. And they said, is Karl being mentioned as a possible candidate? No. And that's why we talking about him.
Right.
And exactly. See, and we talking about him because to me, I'm not understanding some of our candidates that we bringing in.
I'm not understanding either.
Because it's like you bring in Banda, but Bandam is literally at the bottom on turnovers for the last 2 years.
Right. It's sounding like some of these candidates that we're bringing in is not really aligning with what Shotty said he wanted, which makes you think, is front office meddling again?
It don't sound like Shotty. Banda absolutely does not sound like Shotty. Absolutely. No. Sorry.
Banda, Gannon, I don't feel like matching Shotty. So it's like, what are we doing interviewing these guys?
Or matches Shotty. And they have a personal relationship. Right. Durante matches Shotty because he raved on and on and on. You know, and so it's one of those things. We doing shows like this, so as soon as the show was over, I sent it to Will McClay and Brian Schottenheimer myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep these people on your radar. Just community assistance. That's how we look at it. But keep going.
So another thing I liked about him, what did Shotty say? A lot of things that one of the key points that Shotty, that people who were talking about DCs that met Shotty are missing is that Shotty also said he wanted energy. He said, I'm an energy guy. So that's what I want on my side of the ball. Then you also go back to interview with Steven. Steven said, we've got to get somebody like that has energy like Shotty on that side of the ball. Because it was clear that Shotty had the energy and the offense was rolling, but your defense was the complete opposite. It was about as flat as a board, or flat as as flat as can be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that stemmed from Matt Eberflus. So Shotty wants a coach, and like in those clips that you're showing, if y'all go and watch his mic'd up, you can see he's a very hands-on coach, but he also brings the energy, right? Also joking, also teaching while teaching the guys on the sideline like he's doing here, right? He's a super teacher.
I really want to kind of play it. Can we play it?
Yeah, you can play it so y'all can really see his personality and see his
the main thing I like about him.
The ball.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
The main thing I liked about him too is that he actually was holding his best players accountable. He wasn't kissing, and that reminded me of what I saw Al Harris doing with Diggs. Now I know it was reports out there that Diggs was baby. No, that's not true, y'all. That's not true. If you go look at the actual evidence of Diggs being coached up by Al Harris, you actually see accountability. Watch this.
A deep ball down the left side, broken up by Diggs again. Holy cow. It was not a bad throw. It's just a great play by a really good player who has a knack for finding the ball.
That's a drop.
How is that a drop?
We do hands out the jug.
That boy said we do one hand out the jug.
Out the jug,
bro,
right.
That's so gangster. That is so gangster. The audacity to say that he babies them.
I don't know where they got that from.
I
don't know where they got the out here's baby. You can't have these all-pro corners that this man has, regardless of where they was drafted, and talk about he babies his players. That just don't even add up. I mean, it's not really adding up.
And what I said, Star, is show me a video where George Pickens was doing push-ups because of Shotty. Show me that.
Right.
Show me a picture with CeeDee Lamb, but this was Diggs when he was at his outright best. And Al Harris was like, Give me some push-ups right now. That's a drop.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're reaching.
And he got to do push-ups.
Really, really good.
So that's not accountability.
That's our pro. And then you know the dopest part about this? The dopest part he said that was 8. He made him do 2 more.
He's sitting there watching him. So
he's sitting there watching. This is an all pro.
Exactly. So that shows that if you hold your stars accountable, you're definitely not a baby coach. You know what I'm saying? Maybe people may perceive that because Diggs and Al Harris were close and that Diggs really loved Al Harris, that he babied him. But no, sometimes you just have a great coach that holds you accountable, but also pushes you.
Right.
And a great coach should hold you accountable, should have a personal relationship, but also pushes you to be the best. I mean, that's what the best coaches do.
Right.
I mean, and clearly you got the results. Only reason why Diggs has slowed down is because of his injury.
Right. And then this is Karl Scott, because we said we was actually relating to him.
Some of y'all think y'all dreaming. That's the lake right there. That's the lake. If y'all mess up an assignment, that's where you go to. No, we throw you in there.
That boy said if you mess up assignment,
we throw you in there.
We throw you in the lake.
Exactly.
And he gonna be talking about he gonna be talking to his best corner like that.
I'm tired, baby. How you doing? Good, man. That's like saying, how you doing?
I ain't messing with it.
You don't like winning? I hope y'all boys ain't eat like it was a buffet line or nothing.
We'll
find out real soon.
Yeah, he said we gonna find out.
Look, you ain't gotta be nervous because we ain't playing.
Now that's Witherspoon. Now that's Witherspoon now. And listen to who he talking to. See if he babying them or sucking up to him. Nope, no.
Purdue, Michigan, ain't none of them no more. There we go. Get my ball back, man. Nobody drop it. There we go, baby. Why y'all got name tags with no names on them? Just put your hands up where you want it. I'll put it there. No drops. That's your playlist, man. Just search trash on Apple Music. BB's coming. Hurry up. Because you breaking on the ball, no contested catches. If you fall on the ground or you contest a catch, you're going to be standing by me. Back up, Ty. You're too shallow. Safety too shallow. I know what's going to happen. Hey, so look, this is what we're doing. We're lining up too close when we're supposed to be in the deep part of the field. Hey, where your eyes at, Reed? Zone it. 3 by 1. They coming to the X. This is a good tip for you. You see what just happened? They came in the huddle. Now they're going back in the huddle, but they showed you the formation.
Man.
You see that? That's what I'm saying. He's doing sideline coaching, like really teaching these players the game. And one of the things that he said, his press conference that stood out, is he said, when I teach, I ask if players know nothing about football.
Yes.
I don't assume that they know anything. So
right.
I try to break it down like ABC 1, 2, 3, because that's what he thinks. That's what's best. Like when you're trying to lead a group of people, it's like it's best to see. I need to break it down in small increments to your level, and then that's what Shadi talked about. I want somebody that's an elite teacher, it's an elite communicator that can take complex information but make it simple. Right. And so when you have a coach that says, my philosophy is I don't even assume that these players know anything about football. Even if they were top of the line coming out of college, even if they're great, they were great at their previous stops, I'm still going to talk to them I'm going to break it down to them in a very elementary way. Yeah. Because that's how he feels that's what's best to learn and how he can better effectively communicate it to them. Right.
And to me, I'm going to come back to this clip, but I'm looking at how Dallas is interviewing. It's like, why you not interviewing the people that's getting the ball the most? Like, I looked at him early. I did a video on him early.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody got more interceptions than them, than the Texans. Nobody in the last 3 years. But Dallas, why you not interviewing the guys that's in the playoffs? You know what I mean?
Exactly. That are in the playoffs. I had 2 people.
My Adam boy Tuck Fuller. In the building.
What's up, Tuck?
Tuck say he pissed. I feel you, Tuck. He feeling like I felt yesterday. As soon as we get off, I'm gonna call him, cause, boy, the streets is ugly right now. But keep going, Star.
No, I'm just gonna say, like, I have 2 people on my top 6 list from the Chargers. They just got eliminated. We should have heard today, Hey, we're interviewing Adam Fuller. We're interviewing Steve Klingscale. These are top of the line player developers. Adam Fuller, what's his name? Jared Verse, Braden Fisk. Like, this is a guy who recruited and developed these players, top NFL talent. Then the Chargers have their top defense, top in interceptions, top 5 in interceptions. Both of them are elite teachers, so it's like, what?
Yeah,
why
Dallas,
are we not interviewing these guys? Like, why are we not interviewing guys that are focusing on
getting the ball? You know,
I don't really get that.
To me, everybody that's on the top 5 of this list should be talked to right now.
Absolutely.
Al Harris with the Bears, Anthony Perkins with the Jaguars, Dino with the Texans, and then obviously Karl Scott. All of them, man. Yeah. Let me go back to Karl, and then we go get up out of here because Star got another show she go do. Y'all make sure y'all follow and subscribe to Star. She is definitely one of the best, hands down. We said we was going to be quick on this breakdown so we can go ahead and start pushing this out. My boy Lou in the house.
What up, Lou?
We got the OGs in the house. But check this out.
More leverage. Bind them. Scoot out. Bind them. Scoot out. How you get blocked with no pads on? Any late with the high call, it affects the flat defender, you know?
But we can't touch the ball.
You can intercept the ball. You can't.
Now listen. This is one of my favorite parts, Star. Listen.
Any late with the high call, it affects the flat defender, you know?
Listen.
But we can't touch the ball.
You can intercept the ball. You can't contest a throw.
Yeah.
You follow me?
I had a pick over there.
Yeah, you had it. Now he got a reception.
He said, yeah, you had it, all right.
Yeah, you had it. Yeah, but see, he owned him. He owned his ass. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. He's coaching his best players. That's what I said. He's a developer. Reed Woolen.
And he's not soft.
Yeah. Nick Emenwari, like top of the line cornerbacks over these last couple years in Seattle is due to this man right here.
Right. Can you say that one more time, please? Can you say that? And if you can't say it slow.
The top cornerbacks, right? Even though we know Rick Woolen kind of slowed down because of his injury, but he's a Pro Bowler, a former Pro Bowler, right? I think his rookie year he made the Pro Bowl. That is because of so Rick Woolen to Rick Woolen, Devon Witherspoon. Now they added Nick Emenwari from South Carolina. All these top corners are because of this man right here.
Bam.
So why wouldn't you be trying to
interview him?
And he developed these guys.
Right.
So why wouldn't you be trying to interview a guy who can teach your secondary and upgrade them? Because clearly your secondary is where you got the biggest holes.
Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all see what Star? She cold with it. She stay cold with it.
You got some long receivers. Long enough to get locked up. There's a reason why Floyd don't fight Tyson. It's called a weight limit. Ball's inside there to your left. Press fade. All I want you to do is release for 15 yards. And then you pull off and meet them down there. Boom, boom, boom. Stay, lead position.
You see how he say lead position? That's what I call an upfield shoulder. You see how he got them balls playing? You know?
Yep.
See, a good corner coach is going to teach you to play right there. And that's what he said. He called it something different, but I talk about that too. Because, see, when you do that, it allows you to play with what I call better speed control. You're not in a panic because you're already in a good position. So I could just listen to him and tell he know what he doing.
Ball's inside there to your left. Press fade. All I want you to do is release for 15 yards. And then you pull off and meet them down there.
And that's his drill.
Boom, stay.
That's his drill.
Right.
It's a defensive drill. Don't go for the ball. Take the drill what we did inside and just apply it here now, right?
Look at this teaching. This is teaching. So when people be like, Al Harris is just a tactician. He's just a tactician. This is what makes you good.
Right.
Not
a
the
technician.
Yeah, not the technician. It's the guy that's teaching the details. He teaching the details. Listen.
All right. You're just placing it on him. You're not trying to punch him.
He said you just placing it on him. You're not trying to punch him. Now listen.
You punched him.
Say that's details.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like what you talking about? People were saying they were saying Al Harris, he's just a technician, but he's not a schemer. He's not a tactician. But it's like these guys are technician fundamentals.
Right.
Like that's what they just hound over and over. They nitpick everything that they corners do because they know that's what makes them better. And that's why their corners and their secondaries perform at the top of the league. And why these other secondaries are not.
Exactly. I think I figured out the best way to explain this, Star. I thought about it today. You know, we all be thinking of best ways to explain stuff, right? Mm-hmm. All of us have played Madden at some point. Mm-hmm. If you could get the rating of your players better, what's most important? Getting the rating up or getting them, or you picking the coverage?
Getting their rating up.
Getting their rating up. Because if you can get an 80 player to a 90 player, he's going to play cover 2 better, cover 3 better, man, his awareness, all those things. If you can look at it like that, who can get a player to play better like Madden? Who can take somebody from an 80 to an 85 to a 90? That's what you get with Diggs. I mean, not Diggs. Al Harris. That's what you get with Karl Scott.
Right. They're talent developers.
Talent developers, right.
They develop talent. And you're going to see everybody that's under them, even if they're not a high draft pick, right? Bland wasn't a high draft pick, right?
Right.
So it's like, even if they're not high draft picks, they still have the ability to develop these guys and have them producing as top in the league. I mean, and then you go to their rankings, number 2 scoring defense, number 5 interceptions, number 10 passing yards allowed. Like, those are all stats that directly correlate to Karl Scott's position, which he has a DB coach and passing game coordinator.
Right.
So this is a guy that definitely should have been. And I know Seattle, they first seed, so I don't know if you can interview these guys. Maybe you can, but I think it's only through Zoom. But it's like, this is a guy you definitely want to be looking at to bring in whenever Seattle is done. For sure.
Or whenever they should have talked to him.
Whenever you can interview this guy.
Let him hang. Let him hang.
Look at the details.
Because all you're going to do is pick him right up. When you turn your head, we want to be on top. Lead position. If I'm a smash corner, I'm 7 yards off, and I'm walking into the receiver. My eyes on number 2 to see what he's doing. Once I realize it's pass, my eyes got to go to number 1. Once I hinge, 3 crossovers, 3 shuffles, and now I decide what's going on from there. As long as my feet are underneath me, now I can get my hands on him, right? I just don't want to reach out here.
Teaching.
Good eyes.
Good eyes.
2-9, bounce on, bounce out. Bounce on, bounce off. Get your hands off him. Get your hands off him. Hey, you know in the NFL, if you have your hands on them over 5 yards, that's a flag, right? That's the difference between a professional athlete and an amateur. Right now, y'all still.
This is my favorite part, because he talking to Witherspoon. People got to realize, like, how he hold. Now, I know Tuck know Witherspoon. You know Witherspoon. We all love the Witherspoon. Look how he talked to Witherspoon. Look at this.
Hey, you know in the NFL, if you have your hands on them over 5 yards, that's a flag, right? That's the difference between a professional athlete and an amateur. Right now, y'all still amateurs. You too.
You too. Is he treating him like a star? Is he babying him?
No. He's treating him
still
all
amateur.
He told him, you still an amateur. So then people say, why is Seattle so good? Why do they play? Because he ain't treating none of them like favorites. He not treating them like, this our first rounder. We got to kind of talk to him like this. Nah, he like, you ain't shit either.
Exactly.
You got what? 20 games before you not.
He said, you got 20 games before you not.
Wow.
You ain't shit to 20 games to me. Boy, say, listen, let's go ahead and sum it up, man, because we'll go and go on. We'll go on and on and on. What I like, Star, is I love it when this community, when we come up with the same candidates and we never talk.
Yep. Absolutely. Because we all see, but we start with a base and we're focusing on what Shoddy wants.
Right.
And we're not trying to make certain candidates fit what Shoddy said. We're not trying to force connections. We're just literally saying, okay, this is what Shotty wants. Okay, well, let's go see. Okay, he said he wants takeaways. That's where we suck the most on defense. Which means that's a core principle to Shotty. And that comes from his dad, Marty Schottenheimer. Like, you gotta get the ball, you gotta protect the ball, and you gotta take it away. That's his foundation. So when you bring a defensive coordinator here, you need to make sure that they're aligning with that. That's why we're questioning, some of these candidates, because we're saying, if this is what your head coach said was your main problem on defense, why would you be bringing people in that are not good at that?
Right.
That are not focused on takeaway. It just doesn't really make sense when he said that was y'all's main issue. And it was funny because when he was talking, you could see Steven and Jerry looking at their papers like, is that true? Yeah, we was terrible in takeaways.
Yeah.
We was terrible. We were horrible.
Yeah.
And that's a focus of Shotty's team. That's why he brags so much. Yeah, we're going to be leading the league in takeaways. We ended up being like 30. Which is probably another main reason why Eberflus's ass is out of here. Because even when we've had okay defenses, we usually could take the ball away.
Right.
This year we could not at all.
Yeah. And that's directly coaching. And I'm going to tell you one of the saddest things right now for my Dallas Cowboys. It's comments like this. Like what he say, a black defensive coordinator for the Cowboys would be a surprise. That's so sad.
It is sad.
Like it's sad that
we only have one.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's sad that we gotta sometimes say, damn, could it be? You know what I mean? Like, and the reason why I have to say that now is because the way that they pushing Jim Leonhard and all of this, and then they did all this talk about Dallas is making a push for Brian Flores. The only people that announced that they go interview him for DC was the Commanders.
And that's ridiculous.
Hey, the next 24 hours gonna say a lot about your Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, it is. Because Brian Flores is going to be a free agent. And he's really my top. I just hadn't had him because he's a no-brainer. And it's like we couldn't interview him for a while because he was still under contract. But if you don't at least give this man an interview, you're not serious.
If we got a racial issue, we don't want to interview him. Because if you even interview, if the announcement came out, just the announcement, the Dallas Cowboys are interviewing Brian Flores, ain't nobody go give one damn about Jim. It's gonna be some kiss asses. I think Jim is 1A and Flores is 1B. Shut the fuck up. But the people who like serious go be like, bro, fuck Jim, quick, like exactly. Quick. It's gonna be like, bro, like he's an up and comer, bro.
I think Shotty wants a black defensive coordinator. I really do. And I think when you look at somebody like Orr, who he stayed close with, Orr is a Dallas native. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Talk. DeSoto.
He's from DeSoto.
Yeah.
It's like, if you know DeSoto,
the South. He's
from the South. It's
right.
like Shotty.
South Dallas. Let's explain it because we're from Dallas. South Dallas is 99% black. Like you literally you're shocked when you see white people where we from. Like for real. Exactly. Like if you see a white person on the highway, we shocked.
Like where I live, I be shocked. I'm like, is that a white person?
Is that a white person? I swear it's like that.
Yeah.
The whole South, Duncanville, DeSoto, Lancaster is black.
Yeah, we black. Duncanville, Lancaster, Cedar Hill, like this is black. Oak Cliff, like black. This is a black. So this is where this man is from. Then you see his attitude. It's like Shotty. I believe Shotty wants the YNs. He wants the YN energy. You don't bring in a Pickens if you don't want YN energy. He wants the YNs, and Steven does not.
Thank you, Tuck. See, Tuck. I'm gonna give you a virtual doubt, bro. Woo, I needed that, bro. We did, my boy.
That's true.
Woo, thank you. That's facts. That's facts. See, Tuck threw the facts back in there. Like, y'all calm down a little bit. Calm down. We not full KKK. We not. Yeah. Thank you, Tuck. Thank you. That's my brother. That's my brother right there, bro.
And we like, you don't gotta pick up. We just interview them seriously.
Yeah.
And if you come out and say, okay, well, another candidate's more better or better fit, okay. But to not interview a top defensive candidate that your coach ranted and raved about, that's just not a good look.
That's a horrible look.
That's not a good.
It looked, and I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm being all the way honest. The way that he being pushed, it looked like it's coming from Dallas. It does.
It does.
Cause I'm watching how they covering it, man. It's like,
it's
how the
crazy.
hell y'all just don't even bring up Durante? Like,
not even bringing him up. Every even if it's not even about Jim Leonhard, if anything about DC search, they got Jim Leonhard picture on.
Every one of them, yeah.
It's like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, and it's like no one else is interviewing this man. This man it's not Aaron Glenn or Ben Johnson. Like, but we the first people to interview him?
It's Tuck say, and I feel Tuck on this. He right. He said they'll hire a black guy, but not no OG. Ooh. He right. Chris Richard is Exhibit A. Hey, I know you got another show, and I know me and you, we'll just go. Because football just flow through you and me. So, what's your final words on Karl Scott? And then I'm going to also throw another curveball at you. What's your thoughts on the market with Mike Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin. Okay, well, I'll say this. With Mike Tomlin, I don't know. Because I'm like, well, I got to look at when the last time he called plays. And then I know he was a DC, obviously, before he came to us. But I want to know, it can be, if you haven't called plays in 10 to 15 years, you're going to be a little bit rusty. You know what I'm saying? And now I know he's still Tomlin, but it's like he's going to be a little bit rusty. And then on top of that, we can't really do anything with Tomlin right now because he didn't get fired. He only chose to step down. And so Pittsburgh still has rights to him. So if we want Tomlin, we got to trade for him.
Right.
And it's like, are the Cowboys going to realistically trade for him? Do we have the assets to trade for him when we talking about making a big trade for a defensive splash player?
Right.
So I don't know how that's going to work out. When you say the name Tomlin, it's like, he's amazing. But I will push back and say, have his defenses been, and I know he haven't been calling the plays, but Pittsburgh has been criticized because they have one of the most expensive defenses, but they're consistently underperforming.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just up in the air with that. It's not a yes, it's not a no. It's just I don't know. I have to do way more research.
I say this though, and Tuck, me, Henny, and Lou going live tonight. If you can make it, bro, we talking about this in detail. And Lou, I gotta be honest, man. Lou, he the one lead the charge on this offseason with these DCs. If I got an MVP right now of the game, it's Lou. Because Lou said something yesterday in regards to the market with Tomlin. I was like, boy, this dude is a chess player. You know Lou is like a master chess player, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Yeah. He working on his PhD. Like, Lou's smart as hell.
Lou's a genius.
Yeah, he low-key genius. Lou said something yesterday. Lou said, if Mike Tomlin gets fired, that's going to push, and we're going to talk about this tonight. This is why if you can make it, Tuck, I will want you because I know you a good thinker too. And you too, Star, if you can make it. So, or we may need to flip it to DC Universe. We'll figure that. But he said it's going to push down Flores as well as Raheem. I can't wait to talk about that because that's true.
Yeah, if he's actually, like, if Pittsburgh actually willing to trade him and he's willing to go right into being a coach again, then yeah, he's going to be the top. He's going to be the top candidate for sure. For sure.
So
but that's another thing. We got to get in a bidding war for Tomlin.
Nah, I know Tomlin ain't gonna be the one. I just like the way that I looked at Tomlin.
But we like his name though.
It's the way that I looked at Tomlin is like I look at the draft. We all pray for dumb picks because it pushed down the people we want. Mm-hmm. So we gonna talk about that.
Okay, I get what you saying. Yeah. Because if people be like Tomlin, then now
he gonna take Raheem job. Right, it's gonna take Raheem down. Or Flores.
Easier for us to get Flores. You right. So this is good.
And Lou said that yesterday.
People going crazy.
Yeah. So we go talk about the market, but so y'all come back. Start when you going live again. You said about.
I'm about to go. Yeah, I'm about to go live right now.
Okay.
So I probably can't make it tonight, but if we can schedule DC Universe, then I for sure will be in DC.
What you gonna be talking about when you go live?
I'm giving my top 2 candidates because I've already done my 4 through 5 option. I added a 6th option, and I'm giving my top 2 options for right now. That's outside of like the, Brian Flores.
I'm gonna listen to you because that's what I'm doing, man. I'm basically copying off y'all paper and I'm researching behind y'all. So, because I trust the community, man. Y'all, everybody, when they put pen to paper, they can't fuck with us.
Yeah.
So my final words is this: we getting ready to know a lot in 24 hours, and right now, I will say, the people that's been pushing for proper research, proper comparison, y'all making a comeback. Because a week ago, they was pushing Jim on us like it was no other options. Now, the streets is pushing back now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The streets is pushing back with other names. They like, hey, I ain't gonna just force nobody on us. And it's a lot of people not for that. So, my last words would be fight for what you want, man. Don't lay down. Fight.
Absolutely. And I agree with
fight
that.
For Shotty.
Fight for Shotty. And it's like just like Boss said, y'all, we're gonna keep fighting until the pick is made, just like draft.
Yep. Down to the day.
We need to keep fighting until the pick is made. No succumbing to it's already Jim Leonhard. They already said it. Bobby Belt said it. Brian Broaddus said it.
Because they did the same shit with Kellen Moore.
Exactly. They tried to force it.
It's pretty much Kellen Moore. It's going to be Kellen Moore. It's going to be.
It's like, exactly. No, fight back and fight for Shotty. Because if you read between the lines and you look into some of these coaches' backgrounds, you're like, this is not what Shotty said he wanted. And so if a coach is on there and this is not aligning with what Shotty said he wanted, then he's got to be brought there from someone else. And who would that someone else be?
Stephen Jones.
Likely Stephen.
Yep.
Jerry or Stephen. But I think in this case, Stephen. Yeah.
I put it like this. If it sounds like the stat nerds, it's Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that's it. Yeah. Jim Leonhard, I'm sorry. I see you. You got a great resume, but I just see you as another Kellen Moore.
You got to cook. You just got to cook. If we being fair, he got to cook a little bit more for us to be certain, right? We got to make sure that we got some charm now. It's about Show Me with the great star. Until the next time, the next video, next live. We out. We'll be back tonight for sure. Y'all go check our coach, man, and share this. Let's keep that pressure up, man. We got saying this. We out.